Okay, so I'll show you afterwards. We have everything of Omri Miran. Right over here, what we have is we have Omri Miran, and then we have him looking at his family. He was with them when he was taken, and his wife Lisha even said that his daughter tried to run after him. She held him in her arms, and she said to him, she said when her daughter woke up, she was no longer 2 years old. So here we have Omri looking at his family, and here's Omri, how he looks in captivity, because he showed us. And it's and then this is his daughter, Roni, kissing him every night. She says, when will they bring back? Now with Omri, what I'll show you is, I have Omri's books. This is Omri, and it tells the story of Omri. Page by page, all about Omri. He's a shiatsu massage. Omri, this is Lishai holding the baby. And it's for any age, Omri and Lishai. Lishai actually said that she'll wait, like she likens it like Penelope. She'll wait forever for her husband, and he will come home. This is the father with the beard. He said he'll grow, right? What happened? Oh, sorry, I don't know why there's a double in the page. And then it says reunion drawing here. It's waiting for the reunion. What happens? I'm going to show you. This is also Omri. But before I show you that, I want to show you that when people come home, Shlomi Ziv came home. So his reunion page is filled. He came home. So all of these books, I believe we are going to fill with the reunion page. But there's something that I want to show you. When the Hamas, which is a theater group, puts out a proof of life, I say no, that's not a proof of life. This is also Omri, we see him. It's not a proof of life. The proof of life is in who loves Omri. We don't need to see the proof of life that you're showing us. The proof of life is who's waiting for Omri. The proof of life is in Omri coming home, and then we ask the world, to the Red Cross and the UN, to all humanity, you prove your life. You prove yourself. Now I want to show you something. I have that one. When we say Omri, I have to find Omri's, but I want to show you. Essentially what I do is, they have their own books. And when I take the paper, I rip them. I don't cut them, because they've been ripped from their lives, and this is just the chapter. And these books, none of them say my name, and none of them are for sale, I say to people. Why? This is their story to tell. These are their books. So B'ezrat Hashem, I'm going to Israel, I'm handing them to them. Do you know Uriel Baruch? Yes. Special. Uriel Baruch. So I have his reunion page. We are waiting for his body to come home. I have something for his children, and it shouldn't be. They should all be filled with the reunion page. But for him, I have something special that shows we believe they'll see it again. But we did skip a little bit, and I want to show you. Eviatar and Guy, I keep together, because Eviatar and Guy are good friends. I could see. We're going to speak about Eviatar.
Was willst du sagen?
Eviatar David.
Artist?
No, Eviatar David. Look, you see his brother Eli fighting for him. You see his family, Yeah, you could see that. This is Eviatar and Guy. They were together from kindergarten. I have a page just for because what happens is I circle between the pain. This is Eviatar and Guy. I already had written a story about Eviatar and Guy, but I believe that each of us we have to see them as 1 + 1 + 1. So what I do is I wake up in the morning and my mind goes to who they are, but I already wrote Eviatar and Guy. Why do I need to draw another picture? Because the parents have said, the Bibas family has said, what can I show on my social media that it's going down? They're saying it's going down. It's true. What could they show? They're frozen on October 7th. So we must speak for them. And it wasn't easy for me to speak for them. This isn't someone that I am. So this is and then I'll explain to you something that I do. There you can see Daniela Gilboa. There's different people. This is the entire Simmentov family who passed away. This is Arnon Zamora gave his life, but his wife said something. She said, don't remember him as the hero that he was that day. He was a hero to us every day. So we took the words that Arnon said to his team, that the wife has said about him, that his friends have said about him, and thank him. This is, do you know the Masika jewelry? I heard that their son passed away, a diamond. And I said, now the road for a deer sorry, I don't mean to say I said. It's we are saying a deer is a diamond, and the road is paved to heaven with the diamonds that the Father has given. And at this writing, he had given 81 diamonds. 81 diamonds. This is Karina and her sister. I feel like the siblings, the families, have been forced to tell a story and be in a role that they don't want to be in. So I help them by giving them, see, these are old things. If, this is Roy. This is, if someone says something about their family, I write it down. Oh, Nadav Popular, someone who knew him as a child, so I drew him, said, let's remember him. Segev is so unreal special. Alex, whose son was born after him. Carmel Gutt's brother. And I believe everyone can know this. You know, everyone should. These are things, these are the United States ones. This, such a special family. Ziv is 12 years old. This is bringing to him here. I didn't want to bring home now because he's going to be home. This is Ziv, 12 years old. He said, will anyone listen to me if I talk? Will anyone listen to me? And someone said, I'll listen to you. You're not just 12, right? So I said, when I get off the plane, the first place I'm going to is Ziv. Because his voice, the voice of a little brother, asking for his older brother, how could it be ignored? And here he asked it to him, what can I draw you? He said, draw what I'm imagining. I'm imagining Ram coming home. And Ram was like a lion, going between saving even the bodies of women. And when someone, this is Ram, when someone says something, Naama's mother says something, I write it all out. I write it all out. Because we need to remember, this is, Sasha works for Amazon, so I made a joke. Define Amazon Prime. When will Sasha arrive? The funny thing is, just so you know, this is Naama's father, I was a comedian. So I joke that Hashem that gives out Instagram jobs, I only joined Instagram in February, Hashem who gives out Instagram jobs has an amazing sense of humor to make someone funny have the saddest account. But I do use my humor. So here, this is 100 of, this is from Time Magazine. It's 100 of the most influential people. Time Magazine put out 100 of the most influential people. One of them was Rachel Goldberg Pollen. And I said 100 of the most influential voices. Why not look at 130 of the most quiet voices? If you move along here, I have not the last phone call, the most recent phone call that they've had. I blew up 3 of them because I went somewhere. This is Hirsch Goldberg Pollen, and we see Anna in it. Anna Shapiro, who passed away. He caught 7 of the grenades, and the 8th one killed him. This is the last conversation. It's in text that he had with his mother, and here it is, his phone. Here's where he ended up. This is Karina. She was texting with her sister. We know how Karina is now. We're waiting for her. We've seen it. This is Romy, whose hand was injured. Her phone call with her mother. Her mother stayed on the phone with her for 3.5 hours. I do political satire, which maybe you would like, kind of making fun of what's going on. For instance, sorry, I'm just showing you. Daniel said something about his brother. I made sure to write it. I said, we know how to report a lost or stolen passport. Can we ask, how do we report lost or stolen people? And then I have the Americans waiting for their number to be called. And this was written, I think, around the 200th day. And if U.S. citizens, please take one. We'll wait for your number to be called. And as we know, Rachel Goldberg Pollen is wearing the number. I have, are you a mother? I am. And Rachel Goldberg Pollen's mother holding a picture of her son because she can't hold him, which I've seen actually, they actually just did an ad like that now in Israel, which is great. I have like, I'll try and tag celebrities. This is Alon Lovey and his staff. Why? In my hopes that they'll then repost in my what's it called, highlights. I have all the stories. I'm just going to see what else I could show you. Okay, then the Bibas family, everything's kind of divided. These are things that the parents have said they wanted us to know. Omer's father, Omer's mother, Leary's father said, I wake up each morning alive and go to sleep dead each day. Agam's mother, I always think about Agam's mother, all of their mothers, but I think about how she said Tehillim comforted her the most. But then we make them stand on these podiums and tell us about their children. So she says she finds the most comfort in saying Tehillim. So people like us need to stand up and do this, so to speak, advertising so that she can say the Tehillim, you know? So that's what finds her comfort. These are our girls. And then these are ads, like it's all saying, my dream is to get off Instagram and to get in the media. Oh yeah, I have tons for the Bibas. This is a mother's love never rests, never sleeps, but a nation needs to wake up. For the Bibas family, I've done a lot for them. And And if they've said something like this is the Bibas family, this is the Bibas family, this is the Bibas. I bring things a lot in my backpack, so I have to get it for them. This is them, and then of course they have their story. They have their story, and I don't shy away. The family wants me to make it where you could see the brutality. You know, they want you to see it. Yeah. Yeah. And then if I can just show you one few more things. I actually have a Lift the Flap book of the Bibas family. And it's a Lift the Flap book for ages 1 to 4, written by Hamas, accepted by the truth. And you see, and accepted as truth, and you kind of play a game, almost like, where are the Bibas family? Are they here? Are they here? But what am I mocking? I'm mocking recommendations and praise. Where are the Bibas? Anyone who enjoys kidnapping babies will enjoy this book. Who wears ceasefire? There are innocent lives in Gaza. Can someone read this book to me? I like picture books. This book asks the world a question. Where are our Ayom Fear Bibas? This book should be on every shelf until the world answers. And then I'll say one more thing, is I got permission to write this. Oh, and these are the Tfilas Haderechs waiting to be shrunken, to be on their thing. So this is Hirsch Goldberg Pollen. This is like Gam's Tfilas Haderech. Tfilas Haderech. They're coming home. No, Tfilah. Amen. That they're coming home. It's Amen.
Wow.
This is Ram. And this is Karina, but this is something that I want to get in front of the boys in the room, what Hirsch Goldberg Pollen's mother would call. What is it? It's a very, very hard book. Not everyone can read it, and I got permission to write it. It's called What to Expect When You're Expecting, and it's from rape, and it goes through the 9 months. What do I want from this book when I want people to read it? Is I want, let's say I'm standing in front of Bibi Netanyahu, I would say to him, when you finish this book, the last page asks us what to expect. Don't say what you expect on a podium. Don't say what you expect to everyone. Don't say it to the right or the left. I believe after 120 years, I'll stand in front of Hashem and I'll have to answer. But if you believe something else, you'll stand in front of yourself, at least, let's say. So write what you expect. Put it in your pocket and don't tell anyone. Because who you'll have to answer to is you. I feel like Kaddish Baruch Hu, but if it's you, read this and answer it. But not everyone can read this. It's a very, very heavy book because it goes through every single month.
Wow.
So there's this.
אני רוצה להגיד, אני נמצא פה בטורונטו עם חברים, הביא אותי לבית שלך, גברת קסוס.
בן קסוס.
בן קסוס.
I go by Gal though.
You go by Gal?
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Okay.
זה בשבילי, אני אומר, אני מסתכל העיניים שלי דומות. מגיעה אישה שגרה בטורונטו, אבל הלב שלך, המוח שלך נמצא עם כל הצער והאיסורים והעגמת נפש של השבויים. סליחה.
No, I'm sorry. I daven that our tears are accepted.
הגמרא אומרת שהאיסורים הכי קשים זה שבי. אדם נמצא בשבי זה איסורים הכי קשים. כל כך הרבה יהודים כבר יותר מ9 חודשים, ועכשיו יש עוד 120. ודאי שהצבא עושה את מה שהם יכולים לעשות. אנחנו מתפללים ומתפללים ומבקשים. אבל לעשות את הדבר הזה שעשית. שהמחשבות שלך והטלנט שלך והכישרונות שלך, להכניס את זה בכל כך הרבה פרטים, אני מתאר לעצמי שעות, ימים ושבועות וחודשים של עבודה. צריך לפרסם את זה בכמה שיותר. צריך לקחת את הכל ולהכניס את זה בכלים טובים. תבואי לארץ ישראל, כמו שאת עושה, תיפגשי לא רק עם ההורים, לא רק עם המשפחות, רק עם כל כלל ישראל. כי זה חשוב. את עושה דבר גדול מאוד להביא את הצער, את האיסורים, את העגמת נפש בכלים שנוכל להתחבר אליהם. גם אנשים גדולים וגם ילדים. להסתכל על כל זה. אם יש לך עבודה, לפרסם את זה. זה חשוב ביותר. זה נקרא להיות שותף עם הצער שכלל ישראל עובר. אנחנו כולנו מקווים שנצליח מהר להוציא אותם עוד בחיים, אלו שהם עדיין בחיים, וגם אלו שלא, שיביא אותם לקבר ישראל כמה שיותר.
I feel like it's not a job I would have wanted to do this. You know what I mean? But I feel that as Jewish people, everyone, we're empathetic. Hashem gave us this ability. So I always think to myself, like, Hashem gave me the ability for me to do with my 6 children, and I could show you. I did for them privately. But then it hit me. I went to Hatzalah video. My husband is Hatzalah, and I went to a meeting, and Rabbi Felder from Toronto spoke, and he was saying about Moshe Rabbeinu, and he was saying, like, does he think the talents was for him? No, it was for everyone. So then I realized Hashem's going to look at me and say, you had 6 children? No, you didn't have 6 children. You had 6 million children. And I really, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. But I want to say something positive. I feel like my heart is broken on pre-cut lines, so it breaks easy. But I feel Hashem giving me the strength. And I want to say one story I learned from the Hatzalah, if I could, is that they said to me, he said, but if you run out on Hatzalah and your wife and children are home and they're upset that you ran out, then you didn't do a mitzvah. So I said, how can I learn from this? I must go home and stop coloring 22 hours a day. And I came home and I stopped coloring so much, and Hashem made me faster. Hashem made me faster. So this is all, everything you see, I got faster and better at coloring in the merit of each of these neshamas and each of these people. And it's if you are impressed with this, it's from Hashem. It's a gift from Hashem. Before February, I didn't draw like this. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I joined in February. It's true. I get less hate, but I would really like to be off Instagram and the media in the world, because I think the hostage posters are beautiful, and when we take the hostage posters and we take from kidnapped to released from saved, what's the word I'm looking for, rescued, it's nice to put that sign, but I think as Jewish people we're more creative than those hostage posters. And each person, you said Eviatar, and Guy with his guitar, and Guy taught himself Japanese and anime, and Eviatar is, and each person, and I'm looking now, I see Iyar and Eitan, the brothers, and they're funny, and I see, Omri with his eye, I see them all. The world needs to know them as that. In this house, the children know there's 3 Omris.
לא פגשתי את כולם, אבל פגשתי את האבא של אביתר והמשפחה שלו. הרבה דמעות שפכנו. פגשתי את עומרי, המשפחה שלו, אבא שלו. זה לייף, זה חיים, והם כל הזמן 24/7, הם בתוך זה.
He said, this is Or's brother Michael. Or, his wife Einat passed away, and he was taken. They have a little boy, Almog, who just turned 3. And Michael said, he doesn't have summer vacation. There's no summer vacation. There's no summer vacation for Michael. And he wrote, whatever it takes. We're doing whatever it takes. I actually said to him, I want to come and speak to maybe the Knesset or someone to show them. I said, no. You have to speak to one and one. And that's what I feel. When I have here, one by one, I have non-Jewish people here. I have people from Starbucks.
Non-Jewish people come
here? I invite people to my house to come. 1 + 1. If one person comes and walks away with one story, that's enough. Why? Because each person being held in Gaza is one person. They're a whole world. So one person that comes here is a whole world. So that's how and that's what I do on Instagram. I answer each person like they're the whole world. Because if I'm going to say the people in Gaza are a whole world, which I believe, I say and I believe, then surely any person that walks in here is a whole world.
This is your mama.
Yeah, it's my mom.
אשרי חלקך.
הקדוש
ברוך הוא נתן לך מתנה גדולה, ונתן לה את המתנה הגדולה, והדבר הזה, יש לזה כוח, זה נקרא מודעות, awareness.
והיא שמה כל הלב, כל הסדר.
אני רואה את זה, אני רואה את הדיבורים שהיא מדברת גם.
But Hashem strengthens my heart.
את שליח.
Like I didn't think, I thought one story would break me. How did I do 10 and then 20 and then 30? Only Hashem guiding my hand. Only Hashem.
אז שיהיה לך את הכויחס, איך לפרסם את זה איך הרבי מלובביץ' אמר, אוי רויז דתויו בקיילים דתיקון. עכשיו זה חג הגאולה עוד כמה ימים אצל לובביץ'. אז אוירוס דה טויו, זה אוירוס דה טויו, אבל בכלים דה תיקון, זה בתוך תמונות, בתוך מילים. יש בכל מילה, בכל תמונה, מסאג' מהבן אדם, מהחטוף, מהפמילי, מהמשפחה. והיא רצון שתציירי בקרוב את כולם בארץ ישראל, את כל השבויים, ואיך שעוקדים איתם, שמחים איתם.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Thank you for coming.
That was for me.
Thank you.